Welcome everybody to the video. Kevin here, and today we're talking about a very iconic knife or pair of knives, and that is the Ontario Rat Model 1 and 2. Now, this knife was originally released in 2002 by Ontario Knife Company, and you know, I'm not sure if it was immediately accepted as amazing, but over the years, this knife has been hailed by many as the best bang for your buck budget knife in existence. And I tend to agree with them. This larger version, the Rat Model 1, comes in at about 40 bucks, depending upon where you find it. I think I paid maybe 45, maybe something like that, which is a great price. Now this one comes in AUS 8 blade steel, which is not ideal. They now have some that come in D2 steel, which is a significant improvement. I modified this one to have a thumb hole instead of a thumb stud, which I kind of regret doing, because I can't really flick it out anymore. I have to kind of slow roll it out. So that was a mistake on my part, but you know, whatever. It's a pretty cheap knife, but a very good one. Let's talk about the Model 1 first, the big boy. The overall length of the Ontario Rat Model 1 is 8.625 inches, so a little over 8.5 inches. It's a big boy. It is a big boy. The blade length is 3.6, cutting edge 3.25 inches. And yeah, it's just a very nice drop point blade shape. Flat ground, so it's flat all the way from the edge to the spine. Fairly thin behind the edge. Not the sliciest thing in the world, but it will most definitely slice. Ergonomically, this knife is incredible. One of my most comfortable knives in my collection, at least. What I like about this knife in particular, one of the main things, is this thumb ramp that you have here. So you're grasping the knife, you know, in your fist this way, and you have a little bit of a ramp to put your thumb on. It's got some aggressive jimping there. And it really makes you feel secure. That in combination with this finger choil, I guess you could call it, that combined with the thumb ramp really makes this knife feel like it's never coming out of your hands. And also what you can do if you want to choke up and get closer to the blade is you can use this flat spot here to put this finger. So you can get nice and close up to that blade and really put some pressure into those cuts. Great knife. It is a liner lock. The lockup is solid, very solid. No blade play up and down, and it's very slight side to side, but it's barely even noticeable. Like I said, the action, since I took off my thumb studs, is, you know, it's slow. It's a slow roller, but I kind of like that. It has a feel of kind of a classic knife, like your Buck 110, for example. It has the same kind of feel. Are they similar in size? Let's see here. Very similar in size. In fact, I would venture to say that they are exactly the same size, if not very close. Blade lengths, just about the same. So that's kind of cool. Interesting little comparison there. let's put it up in comparison to another popular knife here. Let's put it up against, how about the Benchmade Bug Out? You can see it's quite a bit bigger than the Benchmade Bug Out. It's a substantial knife. Let's try it out next to the Rat 2, the smaller model. So you can see the Bug Out's a bit bigger than the Model 2, Rat Model 2, but not by much. Alright, let's talk about the Model 2. The Rat Model 2 has an overall length of 7 inches. So that's a whole, let's see, 1.5 inches shorter than the Model 1. It's got a blade length of exactly 3 inches. And the blade material on this one is D2. So it's a step up from the AUS 8 that the Rat 1 is in. But like I said, you can get the Model 1 in D2 as well. I just happen to have the AUS 8 version. The action on the Rat 2, mine in particular, I'm sure they're all like that, is very good. I mean, this thing flies out. I love it. It feels so good to flick too. Very minimal blade play, but it is present, just slightly. The detent, nice and clicky. I like to hear that nice click when it falls shut. The ergonomics are a little bit different just because it's a smaller knife. The handle shape is the exact same, it's just smaller. So you are a little more crammed on the Model 1. You can see my pinky finger is just barely on it. But what I like to do with this knife is to choke up into this position. That's how I usually use it. But it's not uncomfortable back here. It's just, you know, you're a little more cramped than all the room that you have in this one. Let's see, I didn't talk about the clips yet. They are not deep carry clips. But they do work fine. They work just fine. Easy to get in and out of the pocket. Not a problem there at all. Just the action on this one, I love it. Let's see if I can reverse flick it. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Both have satin finishes. Oh yeah, and the Model 2 is $35. So a $5 difference between the Rat Model 1 and the Rat Model 2. $5. So that's pretty cool. These knives are great, guys. For the money, if you want just a very good, comfortable in the hand beater knife that will last you a long, long time, I recommend going with the Ontario Model 1 or 2. They're quality. They are quality. Let's see if I can do like a cool crest kind of crossed blades thing. That doesn't look good. That looks horrible. Alright guys, that's about it. That is about it. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I know I will have maybe 1 or 2 people watching this right now, as I do not have a fan base. So if you leave me a comment, I will most definitely reply to it. And that's all. Thanks, bye.